I'm going to hold the sensor here. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to light it on fire, get it burning. I'm going to extinguish it, and you should be able to see. This took me all afternoon to get working because I had to try it on 3 different boards, but I've got the air particulate sensor working. I'm going to show you in detail what it looks like and how it functions. So the main sensor that I've hooked up here, this is a Plantower PMSA300i. It is not a URA2, it's the I is for I2C. So you can see here that it wires directly into my Heltec node just with some soldering. The fan is running right there, and then this is the laser sensor area. If you're trying to do this, it would not work with the Heltec V4. The V4 was powering the sensor. There was power getting to it. The fan was running, but the data was not moving over to the board. So after some more research, I just found out that the V4 right now, for whatever reason, I don't understand the technical bits of it. It just doesn't work with this sensor. So I moved it over to a V3 board, which it did work, but the V3 doesn't have GPS, and I want to be able to track the data through GPS. So finally, I've got it hooked up to a Heltec Wireless Tracker version 1.2. This is the GPS plate. So even in the house right now, I've got, I don't know if you can see it, but there's 16 satellites. What this will do is I'll show you how we're going to test it. So I'm going to light a candle, and you'll see how this works. I'm going to hold the sensor here. Hopefully you can see. I'm going to light it on fire, get it burning. I'm going to extinguish it, and you should be able to see. You should be able to see some of that smoke being sucked in there. If you can't, it definitely is. So we'll give that a minute. It takes a little while for the data to go from the sensor to the board into the network. I'll show you what the readings are. Here I'm just using the web client for the the firmware. And you can see in that line I'm highlighting there is a reading that's more than 0, which is typically what reports in a clean air environment. So what I'm doing here is I'm just on my phone requesting data from the sensor just to kind of track the latest data inputs as the smoke went into the sensor and as it's dissipating from the environment around it. I copied and pasted the data out of the telemetry readings through the client dashboard and just did a simple graph to show what the sensor was reading before I lit the smoke, when I lit it, where it peaked, and then once I blew it out and opened the windows, how it started to dissipate. In terms of reading this, as far as an air quality advisory would go, we want to look at the PM 2.5 or the parts per million 2.5. Basically, the baseline there is 0, but it spikes to 3,153, it looks like, which is roughly 14 times the start of a hazardous band within an IQ Air advisory. So 3,150 micrograms per cubic meter is considerable. That's not good air quality. And if you follow along for the summer, I will be taking the sensor to different environments and showing the data on our mesh network map at app.hazardscape.com so you can follow along. And I'm going to be comparing my sensor readings to the air quality readings that are available through some data sets online.